Welcome back to Rab Rogers Field for Game 2 of this doubleheader, Game 2 of this three-game GAC series between the Ouachita Tigers and the Oklahoma Baptist Bison. The Tigers won Game 1, 1-0. They'll try to win the series today. Oklahoma Baptist will try to set up a rubber game tomorrow. We'll go over the starting lineups in a minute. But before that, we want to hear from Ouachita's starter, Luke House. Luke House had a chance to sit and go around the horn with Weston Bailey.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Weston Bailey, junior pitcher for Ouachita Baseball. Here with me is Luke, senior pitcher, and today this is episode 1 of Around the Horn. So, Luke, your last 2 outings have been phenomenal for the team. It's been super fun to watch. Not to say your first 2 outings were not good, but these last 2 have just been, exceeding all standards. So just talk to me a little bit how these last 2 outings, maybe the preparation that went into it, or just what's been different over these last few weeks.
Yeah, I think it just kind of comes down to what we talk about, just one pitch at a time. I think the first 2 outings, I kind of got a little bit out of sync and out of rhythm, and been able to find that rhythm these last 2 weekends and found a little bit of success. So just got to keep it going.
Like, was there a specific, pitch that you leaned on maybe a little bit more heavily last outing that, you found a lot of success with, or maybe one that wasn't working so well in the last few weeks that has been, recently?
Definitely the slider. The slider's been one that honestly surprised me a little bit. Been able to get a lot of swings and misses, which I have gotten some swings and misses in the past, but it's gotten a lot more as of late. And I mean, that's just a pitch that surprised me, and I've been really pleased with.
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but you have aspirations to play it at the next level. So I'm just curious, and everybody listening is curious, what does that look like for you, Luke, at the next level after your career at Ouachita is over?
Right now, it's just kind of seeing where the chips fall. It's kind of one of those things that it's kind of God's plan, and just seeing what He's got for me. So, it's kind of out of my control right now. So, just kind of taking it a day at a time and just seeing what comes out of it.
What's been your biggest takeaway from your time here at Ouachita?
I gotta say that just the people that I've met and the friends that I've made here. I mean, you're just surrounded every day by great people, and yeah, I mean, that's about it.
Couldn't ask for much more. That's episode 1.
All right, there was Weston Bailey, an OSDN student, and around the horn with today's Game 2 starter, Luke House. Luke House, a senior. 7 appearances, all those were starts, 3 complete games. Has 36.0 innings, giving up 42 hits, 25 runs, 24 of those earned. Luke House is a senior from Decatur, Texas. Starting lineup for Oklahoma Baptist, Matt Marsick, Keenan Morris, DJ Van Atten will lead things off in the top of the first. Lucas Schaefer, Spencer Dickinson, Zane Bennett, Jaden Schaefer, Braden Smith, Jesse Tisdale. And the starting pitcher will be Bryant Thornton. Matt Marsick steps in. First pitch from Luke House. Misses outside for ball 1. And we are underway in Game 2 at 4:01 p.m. from Rab Rogers Field, as Ouachita looks to win Game 2. The Tigers won Game 1 behind a strong outing from Chase Oberly. The 1-1 pitch is a fly ball into shallow center field. Wesley Scott drifts back from shortstop position and makes the catch for out number 1. Trying to work on our cameras between games. Somebody thought they might need some batteries and decided to take all the batteries out of the cameras. So we'll try to fix that. And until then, we'll give you a, how about we just call it radio with a picture? The 1-0 pitch to Keenan Morris misses outside for ball 1, so the count 1-1 now with one out here in the top of the first inning. Morris watches the breaking ball from House catch the zone for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The 1-2 pitch misses outside for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the first. House is 2-2, high fly ball into center field. Isaac now ranges to his right. Boy, that goes all the way into left center field. Now makes the catch for the second out of the inning, and that will bring up DJ Van Atten. Van Atten getting the start at first base here in game 2 after he got the start at DH in game 1. Van Atten was 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. His average dropped from 400 to 367. Still a very dangerous hitter. House's first pitch misses, trying to find out if that was inside or up. The 1-0 pitch catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1, the breaking ball from the senior Luke House. Van Atten, a significant pull hitter. A 1-1 pitch taken for a called strike 2. Of the 44 balls he's put in play to the outfield, 76% of those have either gone to left field or center field. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss at a breaking ball that started out over the plate and ended up in the left-handed batter's box, and Van Atten is retired. And Luke House has a good start. Go 1-2-3. So after the top of the first inning, Bison 0, Tigers coming to bat after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
I'm attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
We go to the bottom of the first inning. Take a look at the lineup for Ouachita. Isaac now will start. He gets a start lead off and playing center field. Wesley Scott batting second. He's the shortstop. Garrett Graham gets a start at first base in this game. He's batting third. Jackson Jester is the DH batting fourth. Joseph Boland batting fifth and catching. Gavin Jacobs getting a start in left field batting sixth. Austin Gathright starting again at second base batting seventh. Reese McWilliams third base batting eighth. And Cade Bowman gets the start in right field batting ninth for Ouachita. They will face Bryant Thornton, senior right-hander, 4-2 on the season. His ninth appearance, seventh start, 4.50 ERA, 30 innings pitched, giving up 28 hits, 17 runs, 15 of those earned. He has walked 13 and struck out 28. He faces Isaac Nowell, batting .330 on the season. Count is 1-1 after a first pitch strike, and then an 0-1 ball. The breaking ball misses upstairs for ball two. Isaac had one of Ouachita's 7 hits in game 1. Oklahoma Baptist now 16-10 overall, 9-7 in conference play, as now fouls that pitch out of play. Make the count 2-2. Ouachita 12-14, also 9-7 in conference play. We mentioned at the beginning of game 1 that Harding's in first place at 12-3. There are 3 schools tied at 9-6, and then a couple of tied at 8-7. Now offers at that one and went off the knob of the bat, I believe. Now steps in from Thornton. The 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, fouled out of play, and we will do it again. Again, working on our cameras. I believe that someone decided they wanted a few batteries between innings, so our students who are here helping out with that, working on getting us back to normal. The 2-2 pitch, fouled into the Ouachita dugout. Now the good at bat battling. Two balls, 2 strikes. To the leadoff batter in the bottom of the first. The 2-2 pitch. The home plate umpire hesitated, like he was going to call that one a strike. Then they appealed to first, and they said that now checked his swing. So the count is full to the Ouachita center fielder and leadoff batter. The 3-2 from Thornton. Ooh. Hot shot into the Ouachita dugout. I'd say he got around on that one. Third foul in a row, I believe, from now. The 3-2 pitch. We'll do it again now. Isaac now with a tremendous at-bat. Brian Thornton, a 6'1" senior from San Anselmo, California. The 3-2, a ground ball. Nice field by Dickinson. The spin, a strong throw across the diamond. And Isaac now is retired on the 5-3 put out as Spencer Dickinson ranged to his left. Spun around and made a nice throw across to Van Atten at first base. Wesley Scott to the plate now for Ouachita, the sophomore shortstop, batting .275 on the season. Scott was 2 for 4 in game 1. He, Austin Gathright, and Reese McWilliams had 6 of the 7 hits for Ouachita. The 0-1 pitch to Scott. Catches the outside part of the plate for strike 2, and I bet Braden Smith is going to call for a pitch there again. That's a tough one to hit. The 0-2 pitch. Misses for ball 1. Thornton short hops the 1-2 pitch. Nice job by Braden Smith getting that one. Braden Smith and Joseph Boland both getting the start at catcher for both of these games today. The 2-2 to Scott. Misses low, and the count is full. Wesley Scott has drawn 14 walks on the season. That leads the team. And he just drew his 15th, and Thornton wanted that one as well. And so Wesley Scott becomes the first base runner of game 2, much like he was the first base runner of game 1. He stole a base, stole his first of 2 bases in the first inning of game 1. And he's at first base now with 1 out for Garrett Graham. Throw back to Scott. First pitch breaking ball, catches the zone for strike one. The 0-1 misses upstairs, and the count is even. Graham was 0 for 4 in game one, batting .241 now on the season. Scott breaks. The throw down to Smith is to the third base side of the bag, and Wesley Scott has his third stolen base of the day. So, in game one, Ouachita starting pitcher Chase Oberly retired. Oklahoma Baptist 3 up, 3 down. David Stewart retired the first batter for Ouachita. Wesley Scott got on and stole. Wash, rinse, repeat for the first inning of game two. 2-2 the count now to Graham as he swung and missed. Thornton will try to get the second out. The 2-2 pitch is taken for a called strike three as Thornton painted the corner on that one and got the strikeout. Jackson Jester to the plate now for the Tigers. Jester, the DH in the lineup. There's a runner in scoring position in Wesley Scott. Another first pitch breaking ball from Thornton. And it's taken for a called strike one. Jester batting cleanup for Ouachita here in game two. The 0-1 pitch, big cut. Got a piece of it. Nice snag by Braden Smith behind the plate. The 0-2 pitch catches the outside part of the plate for strike three. And so it seems like batters and pitchers still trying to figure out the zone. And they'll have 6 more innings to do so. So after one, no score, Ouachita gets no runs on no hits. There were no errors, 1 runner left on base. No score after one. Back to Rab Rogers after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
Start the top of the second inning for Oklahoma Baptist. Lucas Schaefer, Spencer Dickinson, Zane Bennett will face Ouachita starter Luke House. First pitch to Schaefer is a called strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Nice pitch from House. Misses for ball one. Must have been up. The count is 1-1, and Schaefer fouls that one down the left field line. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Schaefer is retired on the strikeout. Second strikeout of the day for Luke House. Brings up Spencer Dickinson at a nice play in the bottom of the first inning. Dickinson batting .393, 22 hits and 56 at-bats. Fouls that first one out of play. Again, a pretty day here in Arkadelphia. Breezy, not going to say windy compared to what we talked about in game one with the winds from last game. Dickinson pops that one up into shallow center field. Isaac now has a beat on it, now has to kind of pick up his pace a little bit, but he is able to make the catch for the second out of the inning. Zane Bennett to the dish for the Bison. 6'2" junior from Petaluma, California. Swing and a miss at the first one he sees from Luke House. Bennett was 0 for 2 with 2 walks in game one. Had 1 strikeout. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2, Luke House. Strong work in his first 1 2/3 innings. The 0-2 upstairs for ball 1. Talked to pitching coach Dave Brown between games. I said after Chase Oberly's gym, I said, great job, pitching coach. He said, well, it makes you look like you know what you're doing when he pitches like that. The 1-2 pitch from House, taken for a called strike 3. And Luke House with a solid second inning to back up a solid first inning. So 1, 2, 3, go the Bison again. We go to the bottom of the second. No score from Rab Rogers Field. Tigers coming back to the plate after this timeout.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
5, 6, 7 for the Tigers as we start the bottom of the second. Joseph Boland, Gavin Jacobs, Austin Gathright. Boland takes a first pitch breaking ball. We've seen that a few times from Thornton. The 0-1 pitch popped up. Smith will give chase. Looks like he has room. He does, and he makes the catch. Nice job by Braden Smith of measuring that one, making the catch for the first out of the inning. Gavin Jacobs comes to the plate for Ouachita. He started in left field. The freshman batting .262 on the season. Didn't play in game one. He has 11 hits in 42 at-bats. Jacobs is a 6', 190-pound freshman from Bossier City, Louisiana. The 1-1 pitch misses outside. Fouls that one to the backstop. The Ouachita softball team is in Shawnee for a 3-game set against Oklahoma Baptist. Game 1 will start in about an hour and 37 minutes. Jacobs with a nice base hit under the outstretched diving arms of Spencer Dickinson. So Gavin Jacobs gets the first hit of the game for Ouachita. And we go to the 7-hole hitter, Austin Gathright, who was 2 for 3 with a run scored in Game 1. The run that was scored in Game 1. Gathright batting 7th, Reese McWilliams 8th, Cade Bowman 9th. Gathright stands in from the left side. Dickinson expecting a possible bunt. Fastball from Thornton is high and inside for ball 1. Dickinson playing probably about 4 steps in on the grass at third base. Obviously double play depth in the middle. Van Atten holding. Jacobs on. The 1-0 pitch is fouled out of play. The bottom of the second of this 7-inning game. Have a 9-inning game tomorrow in Game 3. Ouachita won Game 1 1-0. Chase Oberly with an 8+ inning outing got the win. Tag Payco got out of trouble in the 9th. Get the save. The 1-1 pitch to Gathright, runner goes, is a hit-and-run situation. It's a foul ball. It looks like it's going to get out of play, and it lands on the Ouachita dugout. And Gathright will live to see another pitch. 2 strikes now, so the bunt most likely off. Ground ball, nice field by Van Atten. The throw to shortstop in time, and then not in time on the relay. And so the leadoff runner is cut down. So Jacobs is out 3-6 for the second out of the inning. Gathright reaches on the fielder's choice, and Reese McWilliams to the plate for Ouachita. McWilliams had 2 of those 7 hits of Ouachita's in Game 1. Three 3-0 the count now to Reese McWilliams. Taking all the way in the 3-0 count is a called strike 1. So Gathright is at first after the fielder's choice. McWilliams in the box. Thornton steps off. They'll reset the pitch clock. We'll do it again. Delayed strike call from the umpire, and then the count is full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gathright will be off with the pitch. McWilliams trying to extend it to Bowman. Ball 4, the ball gets away from the catcher, Smith. Gathright makes his turn at second. But since the ball went to the Ouachita dugout, in the vicinity of the Ouachita dugout, it was not going to allow Gathright to advance to third. So now Cade Bowman comes to the plate, but not before we have a visit to the mound from Oklahoma Baptist pitching coach. It's a beautiful day here in southwest Arkansas. The wind has been about 10 to 15 miles an hour from the southwest. These teams, if you were with us in game one, you saw this, but these teams will take this completely compared to what they had last week. Here's a video from last week at Southern Nazarene of gusts up to 70 miles an hour. That's a glove thrown, and it flies about 45 or 50 feet, and that's what these teams were dealing with last week. Ouachita was in Bethany at Southern Nazarene, and this might as well be a day at the beach. Cade Bowman steps up. Freshman from Little Rock Christian with runners at first and second. Ball catches the outside part of the plate. Bowman 8 hits in 44 at-bats. This is his 24th appearance, only his 14th start. He'll try to give Ouachita a lead with a base hit. Fouls that one down the third base line by about a foot and a half. If that is a foot and a half to the right, it's fair. Dickinson had a beat on it, so he might have been able to get that one. But if it had gotten under the glove of Dickinson, one run definitely would have scored. Bowman in the hole now, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled way down the left field line and out of play. You get a good look at the Ouachita dugout and Bowman, who steps in. See the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Braden Smith blocks it up, throws down, and retires the side. So the Tigers get 2 on but can't get any across. After 2 complete, no score. Back to Rab Rogers Field after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Luke House back to the mound. Start the top of the third. We had a good segment with Luke before the game with OSDN's Weston Bailey, who's also on the baseball team, and around the horn segment. Weston also recorded one of those with Tag Payco. And so we'll hope to have that for you next week. Tag had a big save in game one as he came on in relief of Chase Oberly in the 9th inning with 2 runners on and nobody out. Ended up getting the bases loaded, did Oklahoma Baptist, but Payco got a fly out to left field to end the game and seal the victory for Ouachita. We'll hopefully have an around the horn with Tag next week, thanks to Weston Bailey of OSDN. It'll be Jaden Schaefer, Braden Smith, Jesse Tisdall leading off the top of the third, and that is a high fly ball to right field. Bowman gives chase, and that one is too big for the park, and Oklahoma Baptist has its first run of the day on the leadoff homer from Jaden Schaefer.
Now batting the catcher, Braden Smith.
So Schaefer gets Oklahoma Baptist on the board for the first time today, and he knew that as soon as it came off the bat. Cade Bowman gave chase in right field. To no avail. And then House hits Braden Smith on the first pitch. He sees him on the shoulder. And so the first two reach for Oklahoma Baptist here in the top of the third. It's come from the 7-8-9 hitter, Schaefer's solo shot. Braden Smith got hit, and now it's to Jesse Tisdale, the center fielder, the junior, batting .256. Square to bunt. It's a nice bunt. House comes off the mound. A nice throw over to Garrett Graham at first.
Left fielder Matt Marcy.
Tisdale retired on the 1-3 sack bunt. So now a runner in scoring position with one out. We go back to the top of the order to Matt Marsick. Breaking ball, first pitch from House, taken for a called strike one. It's a fly ball that's going to stay fair. It's going to hang up in the air. That keeps drifting back, and that was a lot deeper than I thought it might be. A nice catch in left field by Gavin Jacobs. Keeps Smith from being able to tag, and that's the second out of the inning on the fly ball to left field from Marzick. And now to the plate is Keenan Morris, the shortstop, batting .317 on the season. He was 2 for 5 in game one. He flew out to center field in the first inning, and he bats with two outs and Braden Smith on second base. A base hit could give Oklahoma Baptist a 2-0 lead. Backdoor breaking ball, a little bit low for ball two. So now the count 2-0 to Matt Marzick. 2-0 pitch is fouled back to the net. The count is now 2-1. You get a good look at Keenan Morris, 5'8" junior from Eureka, California. Played at Santa Rosa Junior College. The 2-1 pitch, that's fouled the other way down the right field line. Definitely was early on that one. And the count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch, low for ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Braden Smith on second. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3, and nice hold on to that one by Joseph Bolin. And the side is retired, but not before Oklahoma gets on the board with a leadoff home run from Jaden Schaefer. The Bison have their first lead of the day, 1-0. Tigers will try to respond when we come back to Rab Rogers Field on the bottom of the third on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia, call Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
The prediabetes commercial right as they bring me the Meat Lovers pizza up to the press box. Top of the order for Ouachita, the bottom of the third, Isaac Nowell. Ouachita and Oklahoma Baptist got the earliest start today. Already completed game 1 with Ouachita's 1-0 win. Elsewhere around the conference in the top of the 6th of game 1. Harding leads Southeastern Oklahoma State 2-0. That is in Durant. Southwestern Oklahoma State and Southern Arkansas are tied 7-7 in the top of the 6th inning of game 1 of their 3-game series, as Isaac Nowell is ahead in the count 2-1. The only other action going on right now in game 1 of their 3-game series in the bottom of the 6th in Monticello. Northwestern Oklahoma State and Monticello are tied at 2-2. Isaac Nowell flies that one to center field. It keeps drifting back, but nice job of settling under it by Oklahoma Baptist center fielder Jesse Tisdale for the first out of the inning on the F8.
Now batting the shortstop, Wesley Scott.
Wesley Scott steps into the box for Ouachita. First pitch is high for ball 1. Scott walked and stole a base in the first inning. It was his 3rd stolen base of the day. Came into this season 9 of 10 on the season. Now he is 12 of 13. Count is 2-0 to the sophomore. The 2-0 pitch fouls that one down the third base line. Two balls, one strike. The 2-1 pitch. That's a nice breaking ball from Thornton. Kind of caught Scott off guard there, and the count is even 2-2. He holds off on the 2-2 pitch, so now the count is full to the Ouachita sophomore shortstop. 3-2. That's a ground ball. Dickinson charges. Fields. A strong throw across the diamond is in time. There's a nice play by Spencer Dickinson to read that one off the bat and make the field on the short hop and the throw on the run. And Spencer Dickinson, it's the 5-3 put out, retiring Scott in the second out of the inning. That brings up Garrett Graham. Struck out looking in the first inning. And he bats with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Oklahoma Baptist with a 1-0 lead after the leadoff home run from Jaden Schaefer in the top of the third. Nice frame job from Braden Smith to steal that strike. And Thornton is quickly ahead in the count 0-2. Braden Smith set up outside. That's where he went, and Graham checked his swing. If I'm Smith, I'm setting up outside again and expect him to see him move to his right, our left. There it is. Misses inside and up. Missed the spot. It was over the plate. Upstairs, just missed his spot. 2-2 the count now. Ground ball. Morris sits back, makes a strong throw, and retires Graham on the 6-3 put out. So 3 up, 3 down, go the Tigers. After 3, Oklahoma Baptist 1, Ouachita 0. Back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
One run on one hit, no errors for the Bison. No runs on one hit, no errors for the Tigers. Here, the top of the 4th inning from Rab Rogers Field. In game 2 of this doubleheader, this is the 7-inning game. DJ Van Atten leads things off here in the top of the 4th. The 0-1 pitch, big cut, takes him down to a knee. Van Atten will step out of the screen and out of the box, readjust things. The 0-2 pitch from House. Roped to third base. Reese McWilliams takes his time and a nice strong throw across the diamond. That is a nice job by Reese McWilliams of not panicking. It was a hot shot, so he had a second. Didn't field it cleanly at first, blocked it, knocked it down, took his time and didn't rush the throw, but made a strong throw to retire Van Atten. Big cut from Lucas Schaefer on the breaking ball from Luke House, and House is ahead in the count 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, pop up. Shallow right field. Gathright drifts back, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Runs have been at a premium today. Ouachita got 1 in game 1 in 9 innings. It was enough to win. Spencer Dickinson to the plate now. House, breaking ball, called strike 1. Oklahoma Baptist has 1 in game 2, and that's in the top of the 3rd. The 0-1 pitch to Dickinson. Misses outside for ball 1. The 1-1 pitch, pop up in the infield. Wesley Scott will camp out under that one and make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So that was a quick half inning. The Bison go 1-2-3. Ouachita try to tie things up in the bottom of the 4th when we come back.
NCAA athletes don't just compete, they make history. Representing our nation with pride and excellence, they bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Batting for the Tigers, designated hitter Jackson Jester.
Jackson Jester leads off the bottom of the fourth for Ouachita. The Tigers trail 1-0. Jester, first pitch swinging, pop up in the infield. It is drifting from second base all the way over to the shortstop, and that was a nice job by Keenan Morris of playing that one in the wind. Not a bunch of wind, but once it got up in the air, the wind did funny things with it, and Jester is retired on the first pitch he sees. Pop up to shortstop. So Joseph Bolin to the box. 0 for 1. Squares around a bunt. Pulls it back. Fastball high. The 1-0 pitch to Bolin. Big swing and a miss for strike one. Bolin fouls the 1-1 out of play. The 1-2 pitch to Bolin is upstairs and outside for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch to Bolin is outside part of the plate for strike 3.
Now batting left fielder.
Bolin, the catcher, didn't quite like that one. Gavin Jacobs to the plate now, 1 for 1. Was forced out, in the second inning. Thornton fooled him on that one, and Gavin Jacobs going to take a stroll for a couple of seconds and hop back in the box in time. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Thornton is in control. He's retired the Tigers 3 up, 3 down in the last 2 innings, as we allowed 1 runner to get to second base today. We are through 4 innings. Oklahoma Baptist 1, Ouachita 0. Back to Rab Rogers Field after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Barry and Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Barry and Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Barry and Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
Zane Bennett will lead things off in the top of the 5th inning. It's getting late early, only 3 innings left. Scheduled for a 7-inning game. Zane Bennett, Jaden Schaefer, Braden Smith due up for Oklahoma Baptist against Luke House. Until they just put the 2 on the at-bat, there were just 1s and 0s on the board. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for Oklahoma Baptist. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for Ouachita. Swing and a miss from Bennett, and the count is 0-1. These teams can have combined for 14 hits in 13 innings. 13 hits in 13 innings. Ouachita had 7 hits in game 1. Oklahoma Baptist had 4. Ouachita won that game 1-0. The 0-2 pitch fouled out of play. The 0-2 pitch taken for a called strike 3. Luke House had him off balance and came back with the fastball for the first out of the inning. 4th strikeout of the day by Luke House. Squared it around for that bunt. Reese McWilliams does a nice job of charging, fielding, and making a strong throw across the diamond to retire Schaefer for the second out of the inning. Braden Smith to the plate. He reached on a hit by pitch in the 3rd inning. Big swing and a miss there on the breaking ball from House. The 0-1 pitch, another off-speed swing and a miss. Braden Smith came up empty. Nobody in the Ouachita bullpen. There are 3 players and a coach standing around in the Oklahoma Baptist bullpen. The 0-2 pitch from House. Let that one go a little bit late. And the count is 1-2 now to the 8-hole hitter in the Oklahoma Baptist lineup, the catcher Braden Smith. Second plate appearance. The 1-2 pitch. Bolin tried to frame that one. Just a little bit too far outside, and the catcher Smith had a good eye for it and didn't chase. Bolin, see if Bolin sets up a little bit more inside right now. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Actually is a foul tip. Catcher on catcher crime, and then catcher on catcher sportsmanship. Bolin, that's not the first time. Bolin has been the recipient of a foul tip. I think he's getting some good-natured razzing from his bench because last time that happened it was a little bit more direct shot and he had to take a few minutes. But he's good now. And we're back to action. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And these 2 pitchers really have control of the opponent's lineup right now. Luke House, the only blemish there is that 1 hit. It was a leadoff homer from Jaden Schaefer in the 3rd inning. That's where we are now. Oklahoma Baptist 1, Ouachita 0. Back for the bottom of the fifth after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
Sometimes I think technology is ready for spring break too.
Batting for the Tigers, second baseman, Austin.
In the bottom of the fifth inning, Ouachita trails Oklahoma Baptist by 1. The teams have combined for 1 run in 14 and a half innings, or 13 and a half innings. Gathright squares around a bunt. That is a nicely paced bunt, and that was a tremendous play by Braden Smith of making a strong throw. DJ Van Atten, give credit to him also for keeping his foot on the bag. The throw from Smith was a little bit high. If it had been 2 inches higher, it might have been near the right field bullpen, but Braden Smith did a tremendous job of fielding his position to get the first out of the inning here in the bottom of the fifth. Oh, 0-2 the count to Reese McWilliams. I would like to see the speed of the game from this home plate umpire. The 0-2 pitch is fouled by the Ouachita dugout. It's friendly to pitchers. About a ball and a half, which that makes the hitters go after it, speed the game up. The 0-2 pitch to McWilliams. High and outside for ball 1. The 1-2 pitch. McWilliams, a high fly ball into the gap in left center field, and it is up against the wall, the base of the wall, and that is going to be a 1-out double from Reese McWilliams. So the Tigers have something going here in the bottom of the fifth. McWilliams turned on that one, and he perfectly placed it the base of the wall in left center field. It says 370 to the left center field gap, and that was about 20 feet to the right, probably about a 375-foot shot to the base of the wall. And Ouachita has a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Cade Bowman to the box. One 1-0 the count to the freshman from Little Rock Christian, a base hit. Probably tie this one up. The 1-0 pitch. Foul ball. Ooh, yep. That ball had some funny spin, and Van Atten was going to let it roll and see if it happened to spin back fair. Of course, it would have had to go a little bit uphill. Crazier things have happened. So now the count is even at 1-1. Bowman struck out to end the second inning. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball upstairs for ball 2. Reese McWilliams at second after the 1-out double to the left center field gap. Bowman, the 2-1 pitch outside, and that's going to get past the catcher, Braden Smith, and Reese McWilliams will advance 90 feet closer to third base. Braden Smith doesn't let a lot past him, and that one would have impaled a left-handed batter. So now the infield is in to try to cut off the runner at home. Bowman could shoot something through. It's a 3-1 count. You'd score 3-1. Pitch is taken for strike 2. So a solid shot from Bowman could get through this drawn-in infield. Lots of room between short and third. The 3-2 fouled out of play. Bowman will live to see another pitch. The Ouachita dugout trying to get behind Bowman. Infield still drawn in. 1 out, the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. That was a nice pitch by Thornton. And Bowman strikes out for the second out of the inning. And that'll go to the top of the order, but not before we have a pitching change. Pitching change for Oklahoma Baptist, and we'll tell you who the new hurler is when we come back. Oklahoma Baptist 1, Ouachita 0. Tigers have the tying run on third with Isaac Now coming up after this pitching change, and we'll tell you all about it after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
For years, we've said we'll be on your side, by your side.
We all stand by that promise.
And I'm proud to be a part of a team of attorneys who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side.
So if you've been injured,
we'll be on your side, by your side.
New pitcher for Oklahoma Baptist, Jalen Johnston, 12th appearance, all in relief. 16 and 2/3 innings, 2.70 ERA, giving up 14 hits, 11 runs, 5 of those earned. He's walked 15 and struck out 13, giving up 2 doubles, no triples, 1 home run. Opponents are batting .226 against. Jalen Johnston, a freshman, a 6-foot freshman from San Angelo, Texas, a transfer from UT Permian Basin. The wind has picked up a little bit. It's blowing from right field to left field. Isaac Now will be the Ouachita batter that will be the first batter to see Johnston. Bo Burson coaching third base, talking to McWilliams. Octavio Mendeville, the injured catcher for Ouachita, returns to his first base coach's box. And Isaac Now steps in for the Tigers. Runner at third base is McWilliams. He had a 1-out double and advanced on a wild pitch. Breaking ball. Called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, outside, nice, blocked by Braden Smith. That breaking ball in the turf. Smith smothered it, keeping the runner Reese McWilliams at third base. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th of this 7-inning game. Fastball runs in and maybe a little bit up. Count is 2-1. Wesley Scott on deck for Ouachita if now can reach. The 2-1 pitch from Johnston. Breaking ball upstairs for ball 3. Tying run is at third base in the form of Reese McWilliams. Johnston pitching from the stretch gets his sign. The 3-1 offering. Ground ball to shortstop. Nice stop and a nice throw over in the dirt, and that is a nice 6-3 put out as Keenan Morris did a nice diving attempt to his left. Van Atten with a nice stretch at first, and now is retired on the 6-3 put out. And if I'm fair, I've got to put an exclamation point on that one as well. So Oklahoma Baptist escapes a little bit of trouble as well, and so they maintain the lead. We go to the top of the 6th. Bison lead 1-0. We'll be back after this timeout.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Wichita.
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
We move to the top of the 6th inning. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Bison. Jesse Tisdall, Matt Marsick, Keenan Morris. Keenan Morris is the one who made that tremendous play at shortstop. With a diving attempt, a strong throw over, and a tremendous stretch at first by DJ Van Atten to retire Isaac Now to maintain the 1-run lead. To end the bottom of the 5th, we move to the top of the 6th of this 7-inning game. Bison lead by 1. Luke House back on for the 6th inning of work. That is a fly ball into left field, and initially it looked like Ouachita's Gavin Jacobs had a beat on it, and then he started got in the wind. We look out at the flagpole now in right center field. You're kind of blocked by it on the shot that you're seeing right now, but that flag is blowing from right field to left field a little bit stronger than we've seen so far today. But Gavin Jacobs did make that catch for the first out of the inning. Go back to the top of the order to Marsick, squares around to bunt. And it's a ball 1 as we technology goof. Our monitor decided it wanted to take a little rest. The 2-0 pitch from Luke House is fouled out of play for strike 1. That is a base hit up the middle, and Marsick gets a base hit into center field. That is the second hit of the game for Oklahoma Baptist. So the Bison have 1 run on 2 hits. Ouachita no runs on 2 hits. So Marsick and Morris, who did a lot of the damage and threatened, I guess you could say, in game 1, trying to extend this Oklahoma Baptist lead. So Marsick has a 1-out single to center field. Morris comes in, another lefty, one of three in this lineup. These two back-to-back. Throw over from House. Tag applied by Garrett Graham, but Marsick back in plenty of time. Another throwback. Looking around the conference, in the top of the ninth in game one in Durant, Harding leads Southeastern 3-0. Southern Arkansas leads Southwestern 8-7 in the bottom of the eighth. That's in Magnolia. And Northwestern leads UAM as the 1-0 pitch is a breaking ball, backdoor that catches the corner for strike one. In the top of the eighth in Monticello, Northwestern leads UAM 3-2. House with another throwback. Those are the only other three games going on right now. Southern Nazarene and Henderson will have game one of their three-game series beginning at 6 o'clock across the street at Clyde Berry. The 1-1 pitch is a high foul ball, is a hit-and-run situation, and that is out of play. So Marsick will retreat to first base, and Morris will step in again with a 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the sixth of the 7-inning game. Another throwback, a little bit quicker by House that time. Marsick had a beat on it. Really keeping an eye on Marsick. The 1-2 fouled right back to the net. It was close to our mic, but it was closer to the radar gun. Give props to Gavin Wallace, a sophomore in our program. Spent about 4 or 5 hours the other night figuring out how we can tie the speed on the radar gun into our graphics. So hopefully we have that possibly next week, but for the future if we can. Another throw over. A lot of times you see this is when they'll actually break after all the throws over to first base. The 1-2 into the Bison dugout and sends some of his teammates scurrying. Nick Meyer hopped out of the dugout quickly. One ball, 2 strikes again to Keenan Morris. Misses low, 4 ball, 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. This is a long at-bat. And another throw over from House. Two-two pitch, delayed steal. The pitch was called a ball. I think Bolin wasn't sure where it missed. It was a delayed steal by Marsick. So now a runner on. And now Morris draws the walk. So first and second, one out. Coach Howard's going to go out and talk to Luke Howard going to talk to Luke House. No score changes since the last time we gave the update. I'm trying to go back on the no, we didn't have the shot from center field. Did our camera die out there? I was trying to see where that pitch missed, but we didn't. Have the center field camera angle on that pitch, so couldn't quite tell. So runners on first and second. One out. That's a shot into left field. That's a base hit. Van Atten gets his first hit of the game, and it is an RBI single to left field to extend the lead for Oklahoma Baptist to 2-0. So Marsick scores. Morris at second, and Van Atten gets his first hit of the game in his 7th plate appearance, and it's an RBI to make it 2-0 here in the top of the 6th. Again, 7-inning game. Lucas Schaefer turned on that breaking ball inside. Foul ball out of play. The 0-1 pitch, that's a ground ball under the glove of Wesley Scott. He cuts the throw off to keep the force in play. Morris scores, and it is 3-0 now, Oklahoma Baptist. Van Atten at second, and Schaefer with an RBI single to left field. House is a ground ball from getting out of this. A ground ball to a fielder. There's also a couple of base hits from Oklahoma Baptist having a 4 to 5 run lead here in the top of the 6th. Spencer Dickinson takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch is outside for ball 2. Nice breaking ball for strike 1. So 2-1 the count now. Van Atten at second. Schaefer at first. 2-1. That's a shot. Nice snag by Reese McWilliams. Steps, a strong throw across. Got it! Double play! Reese McWilliams with the nice glove work. The backhand, the step on the bag, the strong throw across the diamond. And the double play ends the threat for Oklahoma Baptist, but the Bison do get 2 runs across. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Oklahoma Baptist 3, Ouachita 0. Back for the bottom of the inning after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
NCAA athletes don't just compete, they make history. Representing our nation with pride and excellence, they bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
Six more outs for the Tigers to work with. They've got some work to do. They've got to get a couple of those back that Oklahoma Baptist got in the top of the sixth. They'll have to start with Wesley Scott. It'll be 2, 3, 4 for Ouachita in the bottom of the sixth, the seven-inning game.
The shortstop, Wesley Scott.
It'll be Wesley Scott, Garrett Graham, Jackson Jester, Joseph Bolin if anybody reaches here in the bottom of the sixth. Jalen Johnston came on in relief of the starter Bryant Thornton. Johnston gets Scott swinging on the first pitch he sees. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors for Oklahoma Baptist. No runs on 2 hits, no errors for Ouachita. Scott watches sees the first pitch go out of the zone for ball 1, second pitch. Goodness. 1-1 the count now to the Ouachita sophomore shortstop. Johnson doing a nice job of keeping it away from the batters. That was a big cut. Talking to the guys next door, Oklahoma Baptist does take some big cuts. They do not get cheated. Wesley Scott didn't get cheated on those 2. Try to shorten up now. The 1-2 misses outside. Nice frame job by Braden Smith trying to bring that one in. He looks over to the dugout and says, yeah, it was out. The count is even at 2-2. Jalen Johnston, opponents are batting .226 off of him in his 11 appearances. The 2-2 pitch inside for ball 3. Johnston wanted it. Full count to the leadoff batter in the inning for Ouachita, Wesley Scott. Fouls it out of play. Several at bats today from both teams. 2 strike count, staying alive, fouling him, keeping the at bat going. 3-2 pitch misses low for ball 4. Wesley Scott gets on board as the leadoff batter here in the 6th. Southern Arkansas wins game 1, hold on to win 8-7 over SWOSU in game 1. Graham, first pitch swinging, foul ball. Smith and Strickland give chase. Dickinson give chase. It's in the parking lot for strike 1. So Garrett Graham will try to get the train rolling down the tracks for the Ouachita offense. 2 hits today. There's a throw back to first. Scott dives in ahead of the throw, no tag applied. Southeastern down to its last 3 outs, trailing 3-0 in the bottom of the 9th to Harding in Durant. The 0-1 pitch inside, it was a curveball. Graham thought it might have a chance at nicking him. That would have put runners on first and second. There is some mulling around in the Oklahoma Baptist bullpen. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball into shallow right field. Zane Bennett camps out under it and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So Graham is retired on the F9 for out number 1. Bring up Jackson Jester.
Jackson Jester.
See movement toward the Ouachita bullpen as well. First pitch, breaking ball, hits the turf. Braden Smith with another nice job behind the plate, blocking that one, keeping Wesley Scott at first base. One out here in the bottom of the sixth. A quick throw back to Scott as he was still getting his lead. One 0 pitch, misses upstairs and out for ball two. Van Atten is holding Scott on at first, obviously. The second baseman is playing deep on the grass. If Jester could turn on one, get through the right side quickly, Scott would have a chance of getting to third. That one misses low and inside. Nice backhanded stop by Smith, and the count is now 3-0. So as tough as offense has been to come by, the Tigers are one pitch away from having the tying run come to the plate. The 3-0 pitch misses for ball four. And that is exactly what will happen as Joseph Bolin comes to the plate with one out. Runners on first and second. And the pitching coach for Oklahoma Baptist is going to come out and visit with Jalen Johnston. I'll take this time to remind you that the Ouachita softball team is in action in Shawnee. Game one starting here in about 30 minutes. Our good friend Todd Miller will be on the call of that one. Todd, we're lifting you and your wife up. Southern Nazarene is across the street at Henderson State. Their game one in baseball starts tonight at 6 o'clock at Clydeberry Field. Yesterday was an exciting day on campus as Ouachita Track and Field hosted its first meet in about 30 years. The new Hickenbotham Family Track and Field was recently opened, hosted its first meet yesterday. Coach Guyman and his crew had 21 wins in that first yesterday. And they have a pinch runner for Ouachita. This will be Aiden LeMasters, the 6'1", 185-pound freshman from Boyd, Texas.
Pinch running for the Tigers.
He will run for Jackson Jester. So Aiden LeMasters at second. At first. Wesley Scott at second. Joseph Bolin to the plate for Ouachita. Bolin popped up to the catcher. He's 0 for 2, popped up to the catcher in the second, struck out looking in the fourth. Try to put the bat on the ball and make something happen. Johnston suddenly is having trouble finding the zone, but he also has shown the ability to bounce back and then come back and make the pitch that he needs. He needs one here. Field umpire called time and told the pitcher not to do what he just did. That's as much as I can go from his explanation. Couldn't hear it through the mic. The 1-0 pitch is a called strike one, and so there you see Jalen Johnston bouncing back with a strike to even the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Tigers need to put something here together in the bottom of the sixth of this 7-inning game, trailing by 3. Bolin swings and misses at the breaking ball from Johnston. That one fell off the table as a nice pitch from Jalen Johnston, the freshman from San Angelo, Texas, transfer from UT Permian Basin. So now he's ahead in the count of Bolin. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Wesley Scott takes advantage of the ball in the dirt. Bolin strikes out for the second out. Scott reaches. And now Gavin Jacobs to the plate.
Left fielder, Gavin Jacobs.
Jacobs had a single in the second inning. That was off the starter, Bryant Thornton. First and third, 2 outs. Jacobs takes the first pitch for a called strike one. Wesley Scott is at third. Aiden LeMasters, the pinch runner, at second. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike two. So just like that, we mentioned Jalen Johnston for a minute. He had the walk to Jester, and then he got the first pitch ball from Boland, but since then he has responded and responded nicely. He's one pitch from getting out of this and preserving the shutout. The 0-2 pitch, fouled back to the net off the top of Smith's glove, and so Jacobs will have one more go at it, and you can bet with an 0-2 pitch or 0-2 count, if it's something that's in the zone, it's a mistake from Johnston. He's probably going to try to get Jacobs to go fishing here, and he can afford to do some of that with Braden Smith behind the plate. The 0-2 pitch, outside for ball one. One ball, 2 strikes. Johnson trying to get the Bison back to the dugout. The 1-2, fouled out of play. Jacobs extends the at-bat to see another one. Johnson takes a big, deep breath. And the 1-2. Ground ball to the shortstop. Morris Fields flips over to Lucas Schaefer at second and gets the 6-4 put out to end the threat in the third. So we go to the 7th and final inning. Oklahoma Baptist will try to add to a 3-0 lead. Ouachita trying to minimize. Luke House will come back out for another inning of work. He'll try to get the Tigers back to the dugout, trailing by only 3. We'll have the 7th when we come back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
What are you doing in there?
What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
There you see Luke House back on the mound for 7 innings of work. He's faced 23 batters. 74 pitches in those 6 innings, getting up 3 runs, all earned. 4 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Oklahoma Baptist has 3 runs on 4 hits. There is some action in the Ouachita bullpen. It'll be Zane Bennett, Jaden Schaefer, Braden Smith, the 6, 7, 8 hitters for Oklahoma Baptist. It's a lefty in the pen. Try to see if we can catch that number. It's looking through 3 screens and a pane of glass. So the 0-1 pitch is in on the hands of Bennett, and he fouls that one back. Looks like Kendall Cassidy in the pen for Washita. The 0-3, and Luke House just got Bennett fishing.
Designated hitter Jaden Schaefer
for the first out of the inning. Washita pitching today has been really, really good. Chase Oberly, Luke House. House gets ahead in the first, or on the first pitch. It's a fastball called a strike one. Schaefer is 1 for 2. The count is even now 1-1. He had a home run in the third inning to lead off that inning. Then he grounded out to third base in the fifth. Luke House finding the zone again. He's ahead in the count 1-2. Washita asking, the dugout asking where it was. The fans not really asking. The 2-2 pitch misses for ball 3. You have to call that one was inside the 1-2 pitch that Washita crowd wanted. The 3-2 pitch, and that was a nasty breaking ball from Luke House. And Schaefer waved at it. Swung and missed for the second out of the inning. So Braden Smith, the catcher to the plate, he's been huge behind the plate for Oklahoma Baptist today, blocking balls, keeping runners from advancing. The few runners Washita has had. He got hit by a pitch and was stranded in the third, and he struck out in the fifth. This is only his third plate appearance. We're going to get through this game, possibly with no players having 4 plate appearances from either team. Washita will have a chance for now to come to the plate for the 4th time. They'll really need him to. Smith behind in the count 1-2. Luke House has that breaking ball working. The 1-2, wave and a miss, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. Luke House did a fantastic job in his 7 innings of work. He gets Braden Smith to strike out. He finishes his outing most likely striking out the last 3 batters he faced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts on the day for Luke House. Unfortunately for him, Oklahoma Baptist was able to get the solo shot and 2 runs in the 6th. Come back for the bottom of the 7th. The Tigers have to get 3 across. We'll see if they can do it after we come back on the Washita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. New pitcher for Oklahoma Baptist, William Ellis, a 5'11 senior from Mustang, Oklahoma, transfer from Murray State College. He'll try to come on and get the save for the Bison.
William Ellis.
Ellis on the season. This is his 8th appearance. He's pitched 14 innings, given up 14 hits, 8 runs, 5 of those earned. He's walked 6, struck out 23 in those 14 innings of work. If you look up and down the Oklahoma Baptist pitching staff, he's 4th on strikeouts, but his strikeouts per inning is probably the highest on the team out of those who have pitched substantial innings. Ellis has a 3.21 ERA. He's 1-2 record, giving up 5 earned runs, 6 two doubles, one home run. Opponents are batting .250 off the righty, William Ellis from Mustang, Oklahoma. He'll face Austin Gathright, Reese McWilliams, Cade Bowman scheduled to bat for Ouachita, 7, 8, 9, and the Tigers have to get 3 here at least, or Oklahoma Baptist will have evened up the series. Ouachita won game 1, 1-0. A fantastic outing on the mound from Chase Oberly. Gathright, the 1-0 pitch, misses for ball 2. You got to get base runners. It doesn't matter how. You'll take them any way you can get them. You got to have at least 2. The 2-0 pitch misses outside for ball 3. There's no action in the Oklahoma Baptist bullpen. Ellis does have 1 save. Kimbrough is the team leader on saves with 3, but we saw him in game 1. The 3-0 pitch misses for ball 4. So the leadoff man is on board on 4 straight. Brings up Reese McWilliams. McWilliams had 2 hits in game 1. He's 1 for 1 with a walk here in game 2. He's batting in the 8 hole, but he's been the best offensive producer for the Tigers today between games 1 and 2. First pitch misses for ball 1. 5 straight balls to start the inning from William Ellis. The 1-0 misses upstairs for ball 2. So 6 straight. Three and 0. So 7 straight balls now from Ellis coming out of the pen, and now I see a shadow, someone running down to the Oklahoma Baptist bullpen. That is Nick Meyer, the 6'7" senior from Omaha, transfer from Abilene Christian. Bottom of the last inning, Tigers have to get 3. The 3-0 pitch finds the zone, so Ellis finds the strike zone for the first time in the inning. The count is 3-1. The 3-1 from Ellis. Misses upstairs. Called that one a little too early. Thought it was the same spot as last at bat, but regardless, it was strike 2. So now the full count. Ellis has battled back. The 3-2 misses inside with the curveball, and so now 2 straight walks to start the inning.
Pitch hitting for the Tigers, number 3, Cole Bedwell.
Cole Bedwell will will pinch hit for the Tigers. Bedwell, the 6 foot, 215-pound junior from Southlake, Texas. Going back, and that ball was right down the middle at waist high. It was a good call by the umpire. I was deceived. Bedwell takes the first pitch he sees for ball 1. So Bedwell getting the pinch hit assignment. Looking for his 9th hit of the season. 54 at bats. Runners at first and second, nobody up. Bedwell is the tying run. The 1-0 pitch is taken for a called strike 1. Does have the ability to tie it with one swing of the bat. 6 RBIs on the season. Don't need a big monster shot, just a base hit to extend it and try to get a run in. The 1-1 pitch catches the top of the zone for strike 2. So Ellis is ahead in the count for the first batter that he's seen, the first batter of the 3 that he's seen. The 1-2 pitch to Bedwell, outside for ball 2. Another nice backhanded stop by Braden Smith behind the plate, keeping the runners at first and second. Tying run is at the plate for Ouachita. Bottom of the 7th, 7-inning game. The 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a base hit into right field. Bedwell does his job. Gathright wanted to really make sure it got down before he went to third. And so now we come to the top of the order.
Now batting center fielder, Isaac Nowell.
So bases loaded. Tying run is at first base. That's Bedwell. Have a pinch runner for Ouachita, Connor Hill. As Bedwell gets a nice hand. Little spark there with the pinch hit. Flare single into right field to put the tying run at first base to bring the winning run to the plate.
Number 11, Connor Hill.
Nick Meyer still warming up in the Oklahoma Baptist bullpen, the lefty. Not really throwing hard yet. I mean, he's medium, but they're not trying to get him hot immediately. Or maybe he's already gotten hot and they're just kind of keeping him warm. We'll see. Isaac now to the plate. Woo, high fastball. Now has to duck under that one. And Braden Smith is going to go out and talk to his pitcher. It looks like we have the pitching coach going to come out and talk to Jalen Johnston as well. Well, this one's gotten interesting. Bottom of the 7th of the 7-inning game. Tigers have 1 hit in the inning. Jalen Johnston, who had complete control of the Ouachita lineup for the previous 2 innings, that he saw action after a relief of Bryant Thornton. It just, they had a good job, and then Ellis came out of the bullpen to try to get the save, and Ellis hasn't had command, to say the least. So bases are full of Tigers. Isaac Nowell, leading hitter on the team for average. No outs, the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball finds the zone for strike 1. Nice response by Ellis. The 1-1 pitch. Isaac now has to turn in away from that one to keep it from hitting him. Count is 2-1. Wesley Scott awaits on deck. Tying run at third base. Bases are loaded. The 2-1 now fouls that one back, and Ellis has gotten the count even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th of this 7-inning game. Tigers have kind of come to life, and they're trying to string a couple of hits together to tie this and possibly win it. The 2-2 in the dirt for ball 3. Again, you got to give props to Braden Smith behind the plate for Oklahoma Baptist. So full count. Nowhere to put Isaac Nowell. The 3-2. He walked him. That was a 50-50 borderline pitch that went the way of the Tigers, to be honest with you. Gathright scores. It's 3-1. McWilliams is at third. Hill is at second, and Isaac Nowell is the winning run, and he's at first. A base hit from Wesley Scott could tie it. 3-1. First pitch, breaking ball, taking for a called strike one. McWilliams at third. Hill, the pinch runner, at second. Now at first. The 0-1. Outside, ball one. Smith, another nice block job. One and one. The wind is blowing from right field to left field. The 1-1 hits Wesley Scott. So now the tying run is at third. The winning run is at second. And that is going to mark the end of the line for William Ellis. Nick Meyer will come in relief, and now he's trying to keep Ouachita from advancing a runner 90 feet. We'll talk about the new pitcher when we come back. Things have gotten interesting at the RAB. We'll talk about it when we come back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
It's an ordinary day. Stephanie's driving home from school, like she does every day. Since she's almost home, she takes a quick glance at her phone, like she does every day. She arrives safely, like she does every day. It's another ordinary day. But then, something out of the ordinary happens. Distracted driving kills.
Change for the Bison.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Well, we have got excitement at Rab Rogers Field. Oklahoma Baptist led 3-0 heading into this bottom of the seventh inning. William Ellis came on for the save, and now Ouachita has the tying run at third base, winning run at second base with nobody out. The new pitcher for Oklahoma Baptist is Nick Meyer, a 6'7" senior from Omaha, Nebraska, transfer from Abilene Christian University. Only his 7th appearance of the season. Pitched 10 1/3 innings, giving up 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 of those earned, 8 walks, 10 strikeouts. Opponents batting .216 on the big 6'7" lefty, has a 3.48 ERA.
Now batting first baseman Garrett Graham.
Garrett Graham to the dish for Ouachita. The tying run is Connor Hill. He's at third base. Isaac Nowell is the winning run at second. First pitch, low, ball one. Their double play depth up the middle. Dickinson even with the bag at third. Van Atten in front of on the grass at first. The 1-0 pitch, big swing and a miss from Graham. He was trying to end it. He can still end it with a base hit. Now, a veteran of this field, you expect to get a pretty good read on a ball off the bat. The 1-1 pitch, low, ball 2. Lefty Meyer from the stretch, Garrett Graham. 0 for 3, trying to erase that. Make the one that matters. The 2-1 pitch is outside for ball 3. Ouachita has 0 hits in the inning. I'm sorry, Bedwell had a pinch hit single. The 3-1 pitch, right down the middle, a big fastball for strike 2. So, full count now. Garrett Graham at the plate. Dickinson is playing, hugging the line. There's a lot of space in the 5-6 hole. The 3-2 pitch is inside for ball 4, and we are tied. Tie ball game. Now is the winning run at third base. Scott is at second base. Graham with an RBI walk. Aiden LeMasters to the plate for Ouachita. The infield now will be drawn in to try to cut off the winning run that is Isaac now. Aiden LeMasters, the freshman from Boyd, Texas, a big spot. First pitch called, strike 1. Infield drawn in. The 0-1 pitch to LeMasters. Breaking ball misses for ball 1. Myers looking in, trying to ask the home plate umpire where it was. Umpire says it was up. He doth protest. 1 ball, 1 strike. Infield in on the grass to cut down the runner at home. The 1-1 pitch. High fly ball into left field. Stay fair ball, but it doesn't. That would have been a game-winning grand slam for Aiden LeMasters, but it was just about 5 feet foul. Man. LeMasters, he has a lot of opportunity in the outfield too, because obviously the outfield is going to be playing in because they have to cut off any bloops or anything like that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. And the first out of the inning is recorded. And Joseph Bolin.
Now batting the catcher, Joseph Bolin.
Bolin has a chance now. The middle infield will retreat to double play depth. Dickinson about even with the bag, maybe a step behind it at third. Van Atten in on the grass. Bolin facing Meyer, the first pitch. Foul ball. 0-1 the count. Meyer is 6'7". That ball comes to you a little bit later than it might for some. Joseph Bolin, the junior catcher from El Dorado, steps in. The 0-1 pitch. Shot into left field, gets down! Isaac now scores from third. Joseph Bolin with a game-winning, series-winning RBI for the Tigers, and the Tigers maul their junior catcher. The water jug has come out. Joseph Bolin is out in right field, and the Tigers win the series 2-0. A 4-3 win for the Ouachita Tigers as Joseph Bolin drives home the game-winning run. So the Tigers win 4-3.
Ball score game number 2 of today's game, Ouachita 4, Oklahoma Baptist 3. Fans, we thank you for your attendance for today's games and for your support of the Tigers. Game number 3.
Worse than post-game excitement a little bit between the teams, between the coaches, I believe. Not the coaching staffs, but same umpire that wanted control, got it, I guess. So the Tigers get a victory. Joseph Bolin, the game-winning RBI to win the game 4-3. The Tigers win the series by sweeping the doubleheader from Oklahoma Baptist. we might have an interview with Ouachita head coach Luke Howard. We will wait and see about that. Final line score, Ouachita 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors. Oklahoma Baptist 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors. Luke House got the win, and he deserved it. Luke House, all 7 innings. Trying to pull up the stats of Luke House. 7 innings, complete game win. He was on the hook for the loss, and then Ouachita scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning to get the victory. We'll see if we can catch maybe Luke House, possibly Coach Howard, but they may be ready to get the field together and ready to go. Coleman Callan has Coach Howard. Here with a victorious Ouachita head coach Luke Howard. Coach, 3-0, the bottom of the 7th inning. Your guys found a way to get on base. Joseph Bolin came up with the big game-winning RBI, and your team comes away with the series win. You have to be proud of the way your team stuck in there in the 7th inning.
First of all, great outing by Luke House. Great defense all day. We didn't really give them anything. They earned everything that they got. And if you command the zone and play defense, you're going to have a chance to win at the end. And then they kind of got a little wild there at the end. And, you know, we've been trying to instill some grit in this youth of our team. Just keep on playing the game. Other than a pitch clock, there's no time clock in this thing. So just keep on playing. Keep playing till the last out and see what happens. We had a chance, and Big Joe came through.
Coach, talk about Luke House. Luke House finished the game in the 7th inning with 3 strikeouts. A tremendous effort. He only gave up 4 hits in the game. He had the leadoff home run in the 5th. They were able to scratch a couple across, but he stayed with it and did what he needed to do to get you a big 7th inning to set your team up with a chance to win.
Yeah, he didn't give in, and what a great play by Reese McWilliams.
Absolutely.
In that inning, diving down the line, stepping on third, throwing at the first, and we kind of just preached stay out of the big innings. That's 3 or more in 1 inning, and we did that. Gave him 1 and with a solo shot, and then that inning they got 2, but that one could have got away from us. But once again, good defense keeps you in the game, and Luke pitched a great game today. He hung in there and pitched a great game.
Coach, congratulations on 2 wins today, the series win, trying to go after it again tomorrow. Coach Howard, congratulations. Big day for the Tigers coming back and getting the series win.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see if we can't possibly find Luke House. Not sure if he's already doing his post-game duties or not with the team, but if not, if we don't see him, we will wrap it up. I'm trying to see if I know Coleman is listening to me. We're trying to see if I can find Luke House. He may already be in the bullpen or in the locker room. So let's see. I don't see Luke out there. We'll try to catch Luke tomorrow. That's what we can do. We can try to catch Luke tomorrow. And so that'll wrap up this broadcast of Ouachita Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. The Tigers get the doubleheader sweep. Dramatic fashion in Game 2, down 3-0 as they trailed 3-0 going into the bottom of the 7th, and 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th give the Tigers a victory, a game-winning RBI from Joseph Bolin. That'll wrap up today's broadcast. We're glad you were with us today. The Tigers with the doubleheader sweep of Oklahoma Baptist to move to 10-7 on the GAC season. Game 3, the series finale tomorrow at noon here at Rab Rogers Field. We'll be on the air around 3:45 on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Until then, have a great rest of your Friday evening, and go Tigers.
Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.